All right, guys, we got it coming out. Finally, Arena Breakout's getting ported to PC. This is big news right when Tarkov has decided to shoot themselves in the foot and put out another DLC that was already promised to, I guess, the EOD bundle, which promised all following DLC to be included. Couldn't have been better timing for Arena Breakout. I mean, right when Arena Breakout announces that they're going PC, porting to PC, Tarkov decides to shoot themselves in the foot, and it couldn't have been better timing for Arena Breakout. Within one day, they more than doubled their following on Twitter, X, whatever. Up to this point, Arena Breakout had already put out a sneak peek trailer. That was already exciting, but it didn't catch that much traction. But then when Tarkov made their announcement, Arena Breakout did a tweet inviting all Tarkov players to come over and join them. And something you should never do in PR is promote the other competing game if you don't want them to get noticed. And guess what? BSG retweeted them and put them on blast, only to help Arena Breakout gain thousands of followers in one day. I just want to share my thoughts about what I thought about Arena Breakout PC. Go over a few things that I found interesting, things I look forward to, things that maybe some other people haven't noticed. Let's check out the trailer and we can react to it together, and we'll point some things out. So here's the first actual gameplay trailer they've dropped. As you can see in the bottom right, beta gameplay. Things could change, but the way it looks right now, dude, they're using Unreal Engine at probably 5.4, which is the latest, I believe.
The Dark Zone is brutal.
Call of Duty uses their own Infinite Ward engine, from what I looked up. PUBG PC uses Unreal Engine 4. I'm not sure if any other FPS, I mean like major FPS, is currently using Unreal 5. So you got a lot of Villa play, a lot of Valley. I mean, just look at that, dude. Oh my gosh. This looks amazing. Everything we know and love about Arena Breakout. Higher resolution. Oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. So if we go back, look at the scope zoom. Let me pause it for you. Look at the scope zoom right here. So one thing you'll notice is that most games, when you zoom in, it will zoom in the whole screen and not just the scope, because I think Echo mentioned to do that, you technically have to do a picture-in-picture, which uses a lot of memory up. But possibly by using Unreal Engine 5, you can actually optimize that and may be able to do that. But there's no other game that does that, and it's simple, but it's crazy. I've never seen any other game do that so far. So here's what I'm talking about with this zoom. So when he zoomed in, you can actually see the whole screen zoom in, and that's not usually typical of that's typical of what you'd usually see all FPS games do. The whole screen zooms in. That way you don't have a picture-in-picture. It's just zooming in the screen because you have a scope, right? So that was Warzone that I just showed you. Here's PUBG. It does the same thing. And again, these are both two different engines. Both, when you zoom in, the whole screen zooms in. That way it's not a picture-in-picture. Essentially, what it does is when you zoom in, the whole screen zooms in, and honestly, the scope is just the scope. It's just a picture on the screen, right? So when you zoom in, it's just the whole screen zooming in, and it puts the picture of the scope up, right? So that's how games normally work. If you watch most FPS, if you zoom in, that's how the zoom in works. And right here, you'll see, look, it's two different zooms, right? But watch the scope. Not zoomed in, zoomed in. So let's go over crossplay. I personally wouldn't want crossplay. It has worked for other games like Parlay 84 and Bloodstrike, but I don't think it would work here. Obviously, based on the graphics, it's not going to be crossplay. Even if it was, it would only be like a small minority of mobile players that truly want that. But cross progression, very few reasons. For me, I think there's very few reasons not to cross progress. It would tempt PC players to spend more time on mobile, even if it is just to check Deke or do anything other, game related things. Even if they didn't want to play, they can still do game related things on their mobile. To me, that's a very smart idea, and honestly, I like if they didn't do that, I'd be baffled. I'd be baffled. If it's not cross progression, there's very little reason for any PC player to actually touch the mobile version, which isn't a good idea. It would force players like me to choose one or the other, which I wouldn't like. And what do I mean by cross progress? Same Cohen, same battle pass, same outfits and skins. I don't see why none of those would be available. Even if you didn't, um, even if they want to make more money, it doesn't make sense because you wouldn't be getting those players to come over to mobile anyways to buy those, right? And me, I'm not going to buy it on both versions regardless. So there's absolutely no reason not to. So I'm going to do everything in my power to get a stream beta key. I'd love to play with you guys on stream and get that first inside look. I'm doing everything in my power to do it. I've signed up everywhere possible. I'm hoping we get to play it. If you guys look forward to it, let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And I'll see you on stream, of course.